What's up YouTube? I'm Danielle and this is Kitchen Optimist. I'm a novice cook but expert eater, taking on recipes that scare the salt out of me 1 teaspoon at a time. For the last week or so, I have been craving sticky, sweet Chinese wings. I'm not even a huge wing person. I don't know why I've been obsessed with these and why I can't stop thinking about making them, but to quote Empire Records, who knows where thoughts come from? They just appear. So I found a recipe by somebody I've never used before, RecipeTinEats.com. The list of ingredients was long and inconvenient for me to get here in Tennessee, which felt super authentic. So I took to Amazon, and for the last few days, ingredients have been sneaking in the door. We finally have all of them, I think. One package I haven't opened yet, but I'm pretty sure that's the right one. As always, the recipe will be listed in the description bar for ease if whatever I end up making here makes you want to try it. And we're gonna get going. The recipe calls for 3 pounds of chicken wings, but she wants them to be drumettes and wingettes. I am not sure what I bought. I'm confident that I can cut my way through gristle if I got the wrong kind, and we will start prepping those first. All right, these are full wings, so I will have to separate them. Success. Less success. She says to discard the wingtips, either give them to your dog or save them for soup. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick it in the ever-growing bag of bones in my freezer that my very patient husband allows me to collect for soups that I like to make. And so you might be wondering, soups in Tennessee in the summer? To which I say, yes, soups all year round. That first one was really my shining moment. Ooh, this one's bloody as hell. Oh, I think it's fair to say this is not kosher chicken. Oh, another bleeder. I'm not doing that good at finding like the gristle spot on these. Oh, it's bleeding too. I generally do not wash my chicken. I know that that is a huge hot button internet topic. I think Paula Patton found that out for all of us. But I have read repeatedly that for food safety, it actually does not help. Washing the chicken really just spreads chicken juice around your sink, nearby surfaces. So I don't tend to do that. I also don't usually have what looks like the site of a massacre, and I don't know blood is one of the ingredients in this marinade. So annoyingly, because I have already dried off some of these, I am gonna wash them. This is real nature, which I could do without. 5 inch. Since I'm a first timer at this, I have no real concept of how much weight this is. So I'm going to rely on my trusty food scale. Okay, so that's about 1 pound. Oh God. It's always when you have an itch, right? So that works out to 3.5 pounds. I don't really think I need to adjust the marinade any for that. Okay, so we have to make the marinade, which involves chopping things. Now, if you plan better than I do, you could do that part first and not have a disgusting cutting board and knife that you want nothing to do with. But I didn't do that. So we're moving on to our next ones. I need 4 cloves of garlic minced and 1 tablespoon of ginger grated. Why is garlic peeling the most tedious thing ever? I hate those papery little garlic skins. They just stick to everything. Grating anything always feels like a game of chicken. Like who's stopping first, my finger or the grater? I vacated my cutting board too soon, but now it is in the chickeny sink. I need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of hoisin, have a teaspoon of toasted sesame seed oil, a little over half a teaspoon of toasted sesame seed oil, 1 tablespoon chili garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine. Xiaoying, Xiaoxing. I'm not sure. I apologize. 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, which I think arrived yesterday. It did arrive yesterday. I did not realize the volume that I was ordering. To be clear, you can find oyster sauce in Nashville. My husband is allergic to shellfish, so because I would like him to stay around a little bit longer, I got what is called vegetarian mushroom oyster sauce. And 1/2 teaspoon 5-spice powder. Yes. That was a lot of work for 1/2 teaspoon of something. And last but not least, 1/4 cup of ketchup. So we're gloving up and marinating. This now marinates for 10 minutes. I am supposed to line my tray with oil and then grease-proof paper. I don't know what that means. I've never heard that said before. She is based in Australia, so maybe, hopefully, that means parchment paper. Oven is preheating to 350. Hey Siri, what is grease-proof paper for cooking? Ah, yes. Baking paper, also known as bakery paper or parchment paper, is grease-proof paper. Hallelujah. Because that was an annoying exercise to find out that this was the wrong paper. Wipe off as much of the marinade as possible. This is one of the few marinades I have ever done that is not like the longer the better. This one says do not marinate it for longer than an hour or your shit's gonna be way too salty, but in different language. Okay, time to prep another pan. Yay! They go into the oven for 45 to 50 minutes, and I baste them with a pastry brush and the rest of this marinade twice during that baking period. Hey Siri, does Chinese cooking wine need to be refrigerated once it's opened? 6 months in a bottom cupboard or refrigerator for a longer period of time. Okay, let's try that. So I ended up putting them in for an hour because I was trying to get that char on the edge. It's supposed to like just start charring at the edges. I don't really get that. I got a couple that are a little close, but let's try it. That's why I wore black. So flavor good, like sticky to the touch, but sort of like what isn't. There's a marinade on it. I really want more deep, thicker sauce with them. That's what I thought I would get, but clearly that is not the case. You know what it's like? It's like, you know there's balsamic dressing? This is like balsamic dressing, not in taste, just stay with me. There's balsamic dressing, and then there's balsamic reduction, which is like the more intensified, sweeter, thicker version of it. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for with these wings. They're good though. I would definitely make these again. They are moist, they are flavorful. That 5-spice, that's a game changer. The biggest what the f about this recipe is how many ingredients there were. There are 14 ingredients in this, including the sesame seeds, which are optional. That's a lot of ingredients. And usually when I do the cost recap, I'm saying things like, oh, you probably have a lot of these in your pantry. I don't know, maybe you do. I did have soy sauce and hoisin, but I didn't have 5-spice, Shaolin wine, oyster sauce. I don't even remember anymore. Now I'll be looking up recipes that do have that because I would like to get my money's worth out of the enormous bottles of each of those that I got. Total time invested was 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 9 seconds. That's a long time for some wings. Now, if you are lucky enough to find your wings already in drumettes and wingettes, then more power to you. That'll probably save you a good 20 plus minutes. Honestly, probably the most. I have no idea how long I had that sesame seed on there, but it is what it is at this point. I think what we just learned from that is not a good food to eat if you are trying to impress somebody with your etiquette prowess. I'm also convinced I have like 75 things in my teeth right now, so certainly bear that in mind. First date, job interview, meeting somebody's parents, probably not best food to order or make. Or I mean make, you put them on the same playing field. So 2 hours, 48 minutes and 9 seconds. It is kind of a lot of time for the quantity you get. I think she claims that there are 8 portions here. I beg to differ. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's like 30 wings. That's great, but I just 8 servings. I'm not fully buying that. That means somewhere along the lines of 3 wings a person for 8 servings, and that's a bit suspect to me. If I'm spending 3 hours making something and I'm having people over, I would like to be able to serve a multitude of them, and I feel that I would be able to serve 2 adults, 2.5, 4 max. I do not buy that I could serve 8 adults with this. I know it's an appetizer, but she also says you can serve it with rice and call that dinner. Not with like 3 little wings a person, you can't. And then price. Ingredients were $88.96. The wings were the big spend there, followed by the cooking wine and the oyster sauce. At least the cooking wine and the oyster sauce, I will get many a usage out of. Equipment cost, $88.61. It's a lot of things that most kitchens have. Pyrex mixing bowls, measuring spoons, parchment paper, grease-proof paper. So that puts the total cost at $177.57, free tax. Flavor great. Wish I had the balsamic reduction version of it. All in all, probably make it again. Solid. I feel like I can find better. I'm going to look. I do recommend the recipe, recipetineats.com. I'm going to keep an eye out for other things she's got going on and maybe try one of those. Let me know what you're afraid of trying. Put it down below. Let's try them together. Because while not a triumph, this is not a disaster. And without giving myself the challenge of trying out recipes that scare me, I may have gone another decade or so without giving this a shot. It's not so scary. It's just a bit high maintenance with the quantity of ingredients and the accessibility of said ingredients, depending on where you are. If appetizers are your game, watch me try out an allegedly epic baba ganoush. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm Danielle. This is Kitchen Optimist, fighting the good fight for mediocre cooks everywhere. And as always, stay salty.